So I've got the Grand National ready to prime here. This actually was a fairly straight car. Most of the time I end up glazing cars front to back. The filler that is on here is, a lot of it was a little factory ripple or a little factory wave, like right here on the fenders, that they all do a little panel dive, stuff like that. Other than that, this was a really nice car. There was no rust on this car that I found. I didn't find really any bad stuff, except the lacquer paint that was on the car was peeling. It was cracking everywhere. There was surface rust down inside those cracks, and so we stripped this car and did a DX metal prep system on it, got it into 2050, and then we did body work. I did all the body work, of course, with the linear blocks. These are the two most common ones I used on this car, the 18 and 24 inch flex, going down the sides and on the roof of the car. So this car, I think, is going to be very straight once we prime this. I don't really expect to have to prime this whole entire car again. I expect maybe a couple little spots here or there to have to come back and spot prime, but we're not doing this car like I usually do them. I didn't do panel to panel on this. We didn't do all the gaps to 3/16 because this is a really nice, somewhat of a survivor, I'll say. So this is kind of more of a rejuvenation versus a restoration. This car is a Grand National. It's the turbo V6. Everything is factory. The door jambs are pretty nice on this car. So in an effort to kind of keep it as original as possible, we're gonna just do the exterior of this car. And we want it straight, but he doesn't want panel to panel. He doesn't want gaps. He just wants a very nice representation of a factory Grand National, and that's what we're going for here. This car is going to be black, so kind of wish we were doing panel to panel because it could be super straight. It will be straight, it just won't be panel to panel. So we stripped this car to bare metal, vp2050, and then filler work over 2050. This is first prime after filler work. And as you can tell, it's pretty straight. Like I said, most of this car we will probably not reprime. I'm gonna start cutting this with 240 and then work up to 320 and 500 before paint. And then after paint, I'm gonna cut this with, I'm gonna probably start with 800. I'm gonna cut it with our wet sandpaper, 800, and then probably cut it with 1200 on the block as well. And then from there, I'm gonna go to the DA because we're not going for absolute show quality on this. This is a really nice driver.